This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by NordVPN. Head on over to nordvpn.com/rogue. Spell it right, R-O-G-U-E. And when you sign up for the service, you'll get a huge discount on 2 years plus 1 month free. Spend that month doing whatever you want. Your taxes, your laundry. Although I suspect they mean 1 extra month of the service.
All right, we are back with Jim Lohaus, health physicist, PhD. Jim, you taught us that many things are not to be feared for their potential for radioactivity, but I have been on the internet and I don't think that that's true.
Welcome to a serious investigation of popular stories about radiation, AKA, you're dumb. Okay, so what's one you've always heard?
Bananas.
Yeah.
I heard bananas, which
Yep.
shocked me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is the story, do we have to peel these?
So we actually use bananas in health physics and radiation safety to describe an infinitesimal amount of dose or exposure because different plants take up different minerals at different rates. So bananas uptake potassium more selectively than other plants. So there's more potassium in bananas, and it turns out a naturally occurring radioactive variant of potassium is potassium-40. So bananas have slightly more radioactivity than other
Wait, is
foods.
this similar to like how we do carbon dating on humans because we have some
Sure.
amount of carbon-14 in us?
Exactly, naturally
Yeah.
occurring. So and as we're eating, we're ingesting the carbon-14. Once we die, we stop eating, or at least one would hope. And then you now start the clock.
Based on the rate of decay.
Exactly. So we use bananas usually as a conceptual tool to make equivalent an exposure versus how many bananas. A chest x-ray would be 2,000 bananas. You'd have to ingest 2,000 bananas to be the equivalent of a chest x-ray.
What about like an airline flight?
So that would be several hundred bananas. So we just use that as a concept. But once again, if you want to eat 200 or 300 bananas, you have other issues to worry about before that.
The important thing is like, how much is a banana?
So, well,
how
we're not
much
gonna
is
be
a
able to see-
banana?
What is it, $1? Go see a Star Wars.
So bananas, we can't see it. There is no increase. And that's because the nature of the radiation is so soft, it's not going to penetrate the peel.
Wait, so do you see anything if we open it?
No,
God.
I
You
don't
just
think we
backed
will.
away all horrified. How
This is a
about
good question.
now?
I've never done this.
What if you keep the bananas on top of a pile of uranium?
Basically, whatever amount of radiation from the potassium in a banana is going to be immeasurable.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
At this level.
How did this, I already know the answer, how did this catch on as some sort of meme that bananas were radioactive?
So back in the early stages of the internet, one of these nuclear physicists came up with the idea of a banana equivalent dose. How many bananas? Because it is slightly radioactive, or a little bit more radioactive than other foods.
It was a thought exercise.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the right meme at the right time. Okay, all right, so bananas, quit worrying about it. I had not heard this one before, but ground coffee?
So I have not heard of that one either.
Well, I'm dead.
But who knows? We can try it.
So we don't even know what chemical it would be.
It'd be interesting if it did turn out to be.
So background radiation was around 30.
30.
We're looking at 45, 46, 47. Slightly radioactive, but not enough to be interesting because it's not fair trade.
I wonder why people would think that coffee depends on where it comes from, maybe?
That
or-
could be the soils have a higher uranium or thorium content, and then it just happens to, when the plant grows, it pulls up more of those minerals out of the soil. I don't know.
This is one I hadn't heard of, but like salt alternatives. What's the thinking behind this one?
So a while ago, they had the idea, and I don't know if it's still an idea, too much salt causes high blood pressure. So potassium chloride, or some of the potassium, didn't have that effect. Potassium, just like we were talking about with the bananas, potassium
thing.
naturally occurring radioactive material. Is potassium-40 in that potassium chloride? I don't know, but we can find out.
Have you ever tasted fake salt?
Nummy.
I didn't learn until recently, until I was a man, that there were different types of edible salts.
Yeah, no, this is like the, I don't know, the NutraSweet of salts.
Oh, is it bad?
Well, it's not good. How about that?
What the hell is that?
Right? Oh, I don't like the aftertaste.
I feel like I just gave a cat a tangerine.
I don't like it. I want real salt. Where's real salt? Holy cow! Holy cow! It's up in the hundreds, 600, 500.
That's
Just
cool.
put it in my mouth.
That's cool.
Okay, all right, let's make it bigger. Oh my God, this is legit. So, interesting?
Yes, very interesting.
Stochastic?
I would not, yeah, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That's one word for it.
Bon appetit.
What are your thoughts about this? Do you have any other, like, oh, this is alarming, or
A lot of homework's been done with regards to the risk associated with potassium chloride. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on the market.
That was a very careful answer.
Good call. Speaking of potassium, we have stump remover, potassium nitrate.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
try it. Meh.
Huh, okay.
A little bit.
Okay, so the stump remover is coming in at 150, 160.
Jim, any ideas why this potassium would be different from this potassium?
Well, in terms of the concentration, how much potassium is in there versus how much potassium is in there. What processes were involved?
Any number of variables.
Yes.
Okay, what is the story about on a lantern, the burn bags that glow?
Oh.
What are these?
Those are mantles. So we used to use those way back in the day as check sources or operational check sources. We used to bury them and then have students go around and try to find them because they were, at the time, they used thorium. And because thorium alloy in the mesh caused a nice bright glow.
Oh, okay, but I'm guessing from the past tense of the verb that they don't have much thorium in them now.
Yeah. So what they use now is yttrium, which causes a similar type of a nice glow as the thoriated mantles used to.
Okay.
But yttrium's not radioactive normally.
So, like, just to make sure, just in case. Yeah, dude, that's straight up
Nothing.
the same as the background.
Yep.
Okay, so mantles are out.
Modern mantles. I'm sure you can go on eBay and find one of these old
But
mantles.
it'll have the word thorium in there.
Yep, thoriated, yep.
Yeah, thanks, yttrium. What is special about these compasses?
So what they used to use back in the day is, instead of phosphorus, they used to use tritium. And tritium is a type of radioactive hydrogen.
Are you talking about like for the glowy bits?
Correct.
Okay.
They used to use tritium in the dials so you could see them at night. But tritium, it's a weird one, but it's encased in glass, and the equipment that we have right now wouldn't be able to see it if there was. However, my suspicion is, based upon what he's doing right now, if we were to put this in the dark, after a few minutes, we wouldn't be able to see it because it's not tritium, it's some sort of phosphor.
Okay, so just to explain the difference, because I also got an old watch that my mom had that we were hoping might have radium. You've heard about the radium girls?
Yeah, the radium girls who would paint the glow-in-the-dark dials and markings on the things, and they would often lick their tongues, and it gave them radium jaw, where they would swell and get disfigured. It was massive cancer.
Yeah, the health physics wasn't understood back at the time because the science was so new, the field was so new, that a lot of the effects weren't well understood, tragically, until much later.
Now, in this case, when we shine a UV blacklight flashlight on it, we see all of the colors pop on both of these. Is that an indication that they're probably both phosphorus?
That's a chemical issue, not a radiological one. It's something that's phosphoring.
I hear you, but just to be safe.
Sure.
But we had a way to verify.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely quiet.
So what's the difference? Phosphor it gathers up light and then spits it out, or?
Well, there's different types of phosphorus. Something phosphorus, it doesn't necessarily mean it has phosphorus in it. It's just a
catch-all.
Right.
But whatever it is, it's a non-ionizing
Correct.
type of radiation.
It's not a radiation.
Look at that. Look at that. Give him the coat. Or a coat. Give him a coat.
I'm cold.
He's chilly.
I have one from home. I don't think I told you about this.
Okay.
Do you know what these are, my friend? Here, hold out your hand. What do you think these are?
Oh, did you take these from the wizard that you have slain? What is this? Meteorite?
Yes, they are.
Is it nickel? I guess nickel and iron.
I don't know what it is. They're meteorites, which I
Okay.
guess by definition could have anything in it.
Sure, why not?
It's a scratch-off lottery ticket. It could even have meteorites in it.
Okay, I want to know.
If we were to expect anything radioactive from a meteorite, what would we be expecting?
It would probably be something heavy. We would see like an alpha or beta particle coming off. I certainly see soft X-rays. If it was, interestingly enough, radioactive.
But almost certainly it's nickel and iron,
It's
right?
probably just a very decayed form,
Boring space rocks, stupid nickel iron.
Nothing.
Not from a radiation perspective, no.
Huh.
Whatever. I didn't want them to be fancy anyway. They're just from space is all.
I mean, it could have
I'm
some
gonna take
sort
my
of-
rocks and go home.
Could have some sort of space bacteria on it. It's okay.
Okay, maybe they will. I like that.
We'll don't give up hope yet, man.
Okay. They're radiated now. I'm gonna put them in the radiation bowl.
Commence irradiating.
I have a nutty one for you.
Okay.
I guess I didn't mean to. It's literally
Brian.
Brazil nuts. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Okay. I don't believe you.
Why would Brazil nuts be radioactive?
So kind of like the bananas, different plants selectively uptake different elements and minerals from the soil. I think they would selectively uptake radium chlorides from the soil.
We're eating radium. Okay, so we only could find mixed nuts, but it says there are Brazil nuts in there.
So,
Let's at least
sure,
give it a
sure.
try.
I can't imagine us seeing it with this, but once again, radium would
I
be
mean,
an
look,
alpha
we've been
emitter.
surprised more than once.
Yeah,
I was
that's
about to
true.
say, if they're not salted, we have salt.
Yeah,
So.
that was actually
we
good.
have a perversion of salt.
36.
Come on, interesting. Come on, you can do it. Yup, slightly interesting.
Maybe.
Stochastic? Non-stochastic?
So slightly. There's something.
Now, keep in mind, this is like the 5th or 6th ingredient in the mixed nuts,
Yeah.
or the Brazil nuts. So if there was just a little bit, I don't know. Based on what we saw, do we want to confirm Brazil nuts? That seems to make sense.
I'd want to do some more homework before we do, though.
Okay, that's a very measured answer.
We like making bold proclamations about things which we know nothing about.
See, this
Jim.
is the problem with being a scientist. You got to be science adjacent, where you just say whatever you think.
Yeah, nobody holds you to anything because they know these guys are dumb.
Everybody holds us to everything.
You're dumb.
All right, last one. Why on earth would there be something radioactive in a fire alarm?
Oh, this is kind of cool. So you want to put something radioactive in here. It doesn't require electricity necessarily. So it's radioactive, so it's sending out these ionizing particles. So you're moving electrical particles across a time and a distance, and that's just current, right?
Are you describing similar to the electronic eye when you walk across and a door opens? or-
Photoelectric effect, exactly. So yeah, this is radioactive material that kicks off alpha particles and probably some X-rays and gammas, and it causes a current. So as that current keeps going, that's awesome. The circuit's closed and the alarm doesn't go off. So when there's smoke, it interrupts the current, and then that opens the circuit and it causes the alarm to go off.
So where is the element? Because or is it, can we detect it? Okay, you put it on the glass. Don't think I don't know your trick.
So it is in here. You're not going to see the alphas from the americium. You're not going to see the alpha particles because, once again, like we talked about before, they're too big to travel too far in tissue or in plastic or in air. However, the gammas and gamma rays and X-rays, you may be able to see it from there. So
All right.
yeah,
Wow. 42, 45,
yeah, we are seeing something.
45 again. So not quite scary interesting,
No,
but
but
interesting. Well,
something
wait,
was there.
55?
Yeah.
57? Wait, we're now in officially interesting, over 60.
Yeah, there we go. Congratulations. 67.
And this is, what is in there?
Americium 241.
86?
This is cool. This is cool.
Almost 100?
Yep. Can we hit 100? So there you go. There is something interesting in there. You can see it. Now, in terms of what is the risk, I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd certainly be more worried
That
about
is
the
as
salt.
close to a direct statement as we've gotten from Jim so far. But I gotta tell you, man, the star of the show has been old person fake salt. If we put more, will it get more radioactive?
Sure.
That is irresponsible amounts
Yes.
of salt.
What are you gonna do? Elevate my blood pressure? All right, get it. What do you got? What do you got? Here, I'm gonna use my cheap one. That's right.
I think we learned a valuable lesson today.
Yeah, old people are radioactive.
Radioactivity is everywhere, but
That's cool.
as is the modern rogue mantra, it's probably fine.
I mean, I think we have a winner with the potassium no salt, but I am certain somebody out there has a differing opinion of something we should have tried.
Let us know in the comments if there's something we need to scan. What do we need to be interested in?
Yeah, that's right. What's interesting? Not dangerous. What about tacos? Are tacos interesting?
Don't you break my heart, Jim.
Let me, where's my meter? My taco meter.
Put it on my stomach, see if... Are we good?
no.
It just goes,
That's interesting.
You long-timers, you understand the importance of point-to-point tunneling, the fact that you could geographically be anywhere in the entire globe, the fact that they have best-of-breed encryption, good enough to defeat the Great Firewall of China. They're registered in Panama. Last time I checked, ain't no extradition from Panama, which means your logs are gone. By the way, they don't keep logs. Oh, what's that? You have more than one device? Well, la-dee-da, look at you, Mr. Android and iPhone over here. Guess what? You're covered. Up to 6 devices on one account. Thousands and thousands of VPN servers. Now, I know to some of you guys that was a bunch of gobbledygook. So listen up, Nana. I understand the internet's scary. That's where the bad people are, and the ads, and the pop-ups. Threat protection makes bad internet go away. Nana, focus. Threat protection, you're safe. Nana, I swear, whether you're on the internet or not, threat protection has your back. So does NordVPN. That's why, Nana, I swear to God, Nana, nordvpn.com/rogue. R-O-G-U-E. R-O-G-U-E is how you spell it. You're gonna get 2 years at a huge discount. You'll be safe, Nana. Threat protection makes you safe. And an extra month free. I'm sorry, a month of what? Nana, we're talking about NordVPN. It's fine. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're gonna love it, Nana. Nana! Nana Nord! Nana Nord! Nana! NordVPN.com/rogue. Threat protection keeps you safe. Internet okay.
Offer and link in the description below.
That's awesome. The circuit's closed and the alarm doesn't go off.
There's a very tiny grocery store with a very tiny door sensor that is constantly shooting radiation, and when the smoke blocks it, it's like, whoa, get out of here, mister. Never mind. Okay, all right.